Welcome to Still Plays Galaxy of Heroes. This is Season 19, Match 1. We are updating our numbering system to match up with the majority of the other YouTube channels out there. The numbering system that I had been using was based on CG's own season numbering, but they haven't used that since December, so it seems to be irrelevant at this point and confusing. So we have skipped Season 18 per the CG numbering, and we are now matched up with Season 19. Last season, we finished up with only one loss. The last one was a win. Here's what happened with my opponent. I'm not going to go over my offense, but they slipped up once against Beskar Mando. I'm kind of surprised that Jango lost to them. And then they couldn't get through my fleet. This season, we are going up against an opponent who doesn't really play in this game mode. He does set a defense, so that's nice at least. He's got SLKR. Well, let's take a look here at the bot. This is what we are looking at. I've got a ton of advantages. He's in a decently sized guild. When you look at the overall GP, we're pretty close. We're pretty close in Zetas, pretty close in Gear 13. But where the big difference is happening, he actually has a lot of Gear 11 characters, is he has a ton of Gear 12. And that is creating a lot of the difference. And that's one of those places where I don't have a lot of Gear 12 characters, because what I find is the difference between a Gear 11 character and a Gear 12 character when it comes to like supports and healers is not that much. For attackers, sure, you're going to want Gear 12 or higher, tanks, Gear 12 or higher, but in general, if you're not going up to Gear 13, you can leave a support or a healer at Gear 11 and get plenty of usage. They're basically the same. 6-dot mods, I've just completely dwarfed him. In mods and generals, I have massive advantages, and when we take a look at the relics, he's got more higher end relics in general, that's where some of that difference is happening. And when it comes to the meta characters here, we got his SLKR is fine, but we've got a better gas, we've got a better Revan, his Darth Revan's better. And then when it comes to the rest of these key characters, still Gear 11 Nest, which is good on offense, but doesn't help you on defense, and Watt is still in progress. And I've got an advantage in fleet, which I usually do. And we hop in here back into the game. Let's break down this defense real quick. I want to try and make this video very fast, especially with all these additional defensive teams. Just a second here. All these additional defensive teams, this is going to take a little bit longer. All these Grand Arena videos are going to get a little longer just from the number of battles. But I want to see if we can mitigate some of that. So let's do my defense first, then we'll do his. So coming to my defense, this is what we're looking at here. I wish I would have considered that he's not going to be playing a little bit earlier. I would have put more weak teams down. But I put a lot of my standard 3v3 teams to start with. So we got Telzine, Newt, Finn. Mon Mothma is probably just for depth reasons always going to be on defense now. Last season, it was kind of whatever. Like Nest kind of handles some of these weaker ones, or Wampa can handle some of these weaker ones. So I don't really like to use it, but with the number of teams we got to use these days, it's going to be in use. This top wall is stronger than it needs to be. We got Darth Revan, CLS, Ventress. This Sith team, I wish I would put more teams like this. They were just a filler team. And I could have used a lot more filler, considering my opponent I don't expect to even attack. So I feel like I put way more down than I needed to, considering the scenario I'm likely in. He tends to only attack in the third round. In the first 2 rounds, he wasn't even attacking. Bad batch to try it out. I wish I would have thrown him on the front wall to try them out in case he does attack. And then this was another throw in Team of the Lando. So very quickly, let's jump through his defense and get started here. We got our Geos, crew, Finn, no Zeta with a weak resistance. We got a 5s lead team with no Rex. That is nice to see because that's not going to be a problem. And then this bottom territory here that we will be starting with. We got Bastila, Ventress, Karth, and Phasma. We're going to try and do as many solos as we can. And we're going to start right here with Karth. And the whole reason I prioritized relicking Kylo was because with the Grand Arena changes, I knew we were going to be seeing Karth in the Old Republic way more frequently than we had been the past couple months. So this is an investment that will be paying dividends. Because this solo is going to be coming up all the time. I think we're going to start right here with Zelbar. Maybe we'll start with Karth. And the sound. We got to get the sound effects on. I don't even know if you guys can really hear the sound effects. I think you will. Just kind of want to bring these levels down. Let's see if we can take out mission, please. Why am I doing no damage? Oh my god. Alright, we're gonna hit auto here. Which might be a mistake. Because you're gonna keep doing that ability. We don't want that. Is there some modding on Zelbar I should know about? This is just a team I generally ignore. Oh my god. Or do I need to increase the relics on my Kylo? Every other time we've done this, it's been fast. Okay. That was annoyingly time consuming. Alright, next solo, Jango against Ventress. This sometimes gets scary. It's a little scarier with Telzine. But we're gonna do it anyway. I really should just increase the relics on my Jango. He deserves it. Are we gonna lose? Okay, never mind. Trying to think about... I mean, it was always terrifying when I did it before. But I do usually do it against Telzin. Alright, we're going to probably increase the relics on my Jango so that it becomes more reliable. Now with here, I want to do... I think... See, the thing is, I kind of want to try a Nest solo here. Against the relics, I'm a little concerned, but they're not that good of characters, and I kind of think we can do it. Really, I'm trying to figure out some of these power levels of what certain teams can handle and not. Alright, we're in trouble. Okay. Not against the relics. We're going to get Nest 2 relics soon enough, and Nest will be able to handle that no problem. We could have brought Nest in against the 5s, but I wanted to see if that would work or not. Alright. Because we got a long season of 3v3 here, we need to figure out what characters can handle what. I would have preferred Jango to handle this. Maybe it's more just that dual stun. Alright, what was my plan on this? I was just going to Rex this. Alright, we weren't going to attempt anything weird here. Oh. I might by next week try and relic my Nest. There's a few other characters I'm going for, like solos and 3v3 purposes I want to have. With Rex, it generally takes 2 of these aerial advantages because we got to get through the protection up first. and start increasing the damage that ability does. Oh, I wasn't paying attention. I saw the foresight right after I clicked the ability. Let's just get rid of him. Okay. This Phasma team, I want someone who can solo it. Because it's not strong. I wish, without using any of these other good characters, I wish my nest could handle it. Is there anybody who's not good? Can we just do bounty hunters? Kind of want to have these guys in my back pocket for the back wall. Because we have no idea what's going to be back there. Well, this is what we're going to do. So this is what I mean. This is not a good team that I'm worried about. And I want to solo it. And I wish my nest was strong enough for it. Alright, let's check out this back wall and race through the rest of this. Really, I want to experiment as much as possible because we know we're not going to lose this battle. So this is a good time to figure out what teams can handle what. You know, I kind of... Yeah. Alright. Now we can start doing more solos because we don't... I was keeping Master Luke and Jedi Knight Luke around just in case we had to deal with SLKR. And I think Jedi Knight Luke can solo this. Okay. We're not going to attempt a Vader solo, but maybe we will against some weaker ones in the future. We will do a Jedi Master Luke solo. I know I should have thrown this saber at the alpha. Instead of the spy at the beginning. This force of habit. Come on, Vader. Clean this mess up for me. One. Yeah, that's what I thought. Gotta be kidding me. Okay. Do we not do this today, BlueStacks? We're trying to make this fast. Okay, thank you. Alright. Got these clones. We got Finn. I can do anything again. What are the other strong teams? Or at least teams with relics. So we've got Rex with Ahsoka and the ARC Trooper. I'm trying to decide where I want to take my Jedi Master Luke. I think I want to do it here. here we could outspeed the Rex. We don't have 5s. But there's still some decent characters that we can handle. We're just gonna JTR this. We still have Wampa left for a potential solo. We'll use it somewhere, maybe up against that other bounty hunter team or something. It would be nice if there was some rebels. You know what? I wanted to remod my R2. I was doing the Galactic Challenge the other day or Conquest. I was using him in something and I was not happy with his speed. I think it was in Conquest because I was using him to put characters in stealth for one of those feats. And with Conquest, I'm still working on getting that last crate in the hard mode. I've got the second to last one, but it's like a 30 or 40 shard difference between those last two crates. It's actually, I think, what I'm going to work on after this. The biggest thing slowing me down in Conquest is that feat, I think, in Sector 4 where you need to get a bunch of marked. My trick for doing that before was a Night Sister team and just constantly marking zombie over and over again, but I didn't get a Night Sister team on my path. Or at least I neglected to choose one while I was going through it. We're not going to do Wampa there. L3 is going to keep getting rid of my dazes. Oh, maybe it's not a bad option. I want to do it here. We still have a bunch of good characters, but I think this is my last potential solo. Okay. Because we can keep ramping up this damage. All the counters are going to be going on 5s for the most part. We only have to worry about killing Echo early. Sergeant, if we get a chance, we can just take him out. We got to sacrifice. Sacrifice isn't a big deal. Perfect. I think that's the end of our solos. And then the rest here. I guess we could try and do something. Do I have any fun things? Do I have Mandos? Even though they're not really fun. I took Candor's up to gear 12. I want to get him to Relics soon. Maybe we'll do a Mando squad. No, let's just get this done. I want this fast. We're just going to crush the rest of this. The only experimenting I wanted to do was solos. And outside of that, we're just going to lock this down. We'll undersize things, but... We'll be more careful with some of the solos during matches where things are in question. But like I was saying at the beginning of this video, I don't expect this opponent to even attack. I think we'll just do this. I'm thinking about taking my Beskar Mando up to Relics for the Razor Crest. Because I've been doing a bunch of testing with the Razor Crest. And at Gear 12 and Gear 11 pilots, we're still just nothing. This probably could have been a solo. There's no real damage dealers. And it was nicer to ignore. I just don't trust Revan for solos. I guess he could have handled it. Because ignoring L3 was nice. I guess with the strategic advantage, he would have been countering. Yeah, I bet Revan could have soloed that. Now we got Shaak Ti, Ahsoka. Let's just. We kind of need a second clone. Let's just do it. We're not going to do an undersize. We still got to head to the new account, where we just this past week did our week 26, or the half year point on that account. All of last season in Grand Arena, we were undefeated. We made a lot of good progress on that account really quick. Trying to decide which of these guys are going to be harder. Let's check the relic levels. Ooh, Anakin's not going to be tough. We're going to use Akbar here then. And we'll use Empire up against the Negotiator. Which I don't know if I've done yet. I've probably done it once. This is not his typical move from his Grand Arena history. He usually puts easy fleets down. I'm surprised to see them. It's a good move. All right, good. Okay. Let's go after the bomber. It's more important than spy. A little worried about these buzz droids. Oh, here we go. We can do this. There we go. You know what? We're going to do the Emperor Shuttle on the starting line. I see some people do it. I usually put it in as a reinforcement. I'm just going to try it out. Worst case scenario, we need to take 2 attempts. But we're going to get through it. %60 chance, okay. Alright, there's my taunt. Let's heal up. AoE. Keep spreading that target lock around. Bring out the gauntlet and we will cleanse. I would like to start taking something out. Perfect. Yeah, let's pull some turn meter back. I'm thinking about using whatever this ability is called and hitting. We're just going to do it. I think I'd rather do this. Really would have preferred that doing more damage. We're going to just spread the target locks. Oof. Maybe a bad idea. Give me my attack. No. Give me my special. No! We were going to have the ultimate next turn. Okay, it's fine. I guess we'll do Hux. I don't even know what I want to give you. I did not mean to click like that. You know what? I will give you Clone Sergeant. No one else is using it. And you can have this. We're eating up clock and I don't like it. Let's move on. We still got to hit that new account. It's time to gear up Imperial Super Commando. Give me my stun. Put Hunted over here. I'm gonna lose Kylo. Okay. That is what I was expecting. Good amount of undersizes. I forgot about feats completely. Hopefully we don't have any ones that are expiring after this round. Let's take a quick look at what I ignored feat-wise. I should do these squad arena ones. Rogue One, don't want to do it. Alright. Alright, let's head to the new account. I'm back with the new account. This opponent, I believe, went earlier. Yeah, he went and he got stalled out. So front territory here, we have Geos. He had no trouble with them. On my back wall, we had Padme and Bastila. My Padme is still a work in progress, but we increased the gear on Anakin and Kenobi, but they still have low ability levels. Bastila they got tripped up on, though. I think that is because they ran out of teams. I think what they probably did was cleared the Geos, saw what was on the back wall, moved to Night Sisters, and they didn't have what they needed there. The big thing I did the past week and a half was get Zombie up to gear 10. That was a huge priority. And on top of that, over the past couple weeks, we got Talzin to 7 stars so we can farm Zetas. And before we break down his defense, let me quickly show you what he's just running in Arena. So he's got clones and he's got this Akbar fleet with some hodgepodge of ships. Now, I don't think we're going to clear this in 13 minutes, but we're going to try. So we got Bastila here. Let's just check some mods. No mods. All right, we're fine. We got Geos here. No mods. Okay. Now the question is, do I use Piet or do I use Thrawn? I think we're going to just use Piet. Because my Thrawn is still level 65. I haven't really touched him. Just the gears is higher and we've kind of shifted away from Empire. I haven't really touched them in a couple months. Just trying to take down the health pool a little bit before chucking the saber. Okay. All right. We've got a lot of flexibility too. We got Jango, CLS, and I mean we got Ewoks. We got a number of teams. So we got that Bastila team. Let me check the gear again. Without the mods, I don't think it really matters. But the protection up at least needs to be respected. The gear is decent. We might use the CLS there. Which means we will Jango this team. If you want to see the teams I've been thinking about for offense and defense with this account, with 3v3 and the Grand Arena changes, my new account week 26 video breaks a lot of that information down. I think Dooku annoys me the most here because he didn't have a Zeta on Vader. And we got the days here. Okay. Let's see if they have mods. And they don't. So CLS we're going to save for Bastila, which means my troopers were a little better. Or had more Sith. Yeah, that doesn't work. You know what might be my next best team? This is not ideal for what we're doing here. But this might be my next strongest team. Ability mat-wise. And these guys are probably better up against Bastila. Okay, perfect. Alright, let's get rid of the pain. We got to get rid of Nihilus before the attack. But everyone's slow because they don't have mods. Alright, we can auto from here. My Ewoks aren't quite at the level I need to unlock C-3PO. They're close. I think I need another credit heist. Alright, I'd like to clear the rest of this in less than 6 minutes. Where are you at, Chewie? I'm glad to be back in Grand Arena. Alright, let's stop Yoda from spreading buffs. We can't strip turn meter yet. Which would be nice. Can we stun? Yes. I want to save that until these foresight's gone. Because I want to dispel the... Yeah, I want to dispel that kind of stuff. From here we can just auto. And we should be able to just stomp whatever fleet he has. We got our Geos. Alright, can we get this under an hour? What is it? We got yeah, we can ignore Soldier. We'll hit Ahsoka. Alright, there's the first win of this season. On both accounts, locked up. We will be shifting to some other videos soon. I've got some projects with my main work where we're slowing down on a few things, but there's a lot of videos I've been working on over the past month I want to get, hopefully wrap up and get out. But thank you for watching. Be safe out there, everyone, and be excellent to each other.